I understand all the marketing speak, but I also understand as a human, as an entrepreneur, right? The best things in my life didn't come through a funnel. They came through a conversation, right? The best clients, the best employees, heck, my wife, right? My bride came from a conversation. It's not like I had this perfect Facebook campaign and a marketing funnel. And I think we have forgotten that, the importance of conversations, especially when it's a high ticket, high relationship, high service business, right? You can buy a product, you can compare the spec sheets. But for most of us, when you're working with a franchise advisor, you're betting on the jockey, right? I trust Giuseppe to bring me the best opportunities there. While I'm a big fan of automation, we're entering the conversation economy where conversations are more powerful than ever.
I cannot agree more. This idea of human to human marketing, which never really went away, but to your point with the automations, with AI now, I mean, now it's like, am I talking with a person or is it an AI chat, which is also fine depending on the information that's needed, because I also utilize AI in our business as well. But the big part is I think people just lost that connection. And to your point, one great practice is you look at the deals or the accounts over the years and you look at where they came from. Point, how many are actually coming cold from a funnel? Usually it was a conversation, a referral. And we're talking more and more about this, but to your point, we've moved away from it. So podcasting, right? There's lots of different ways, BNI and the Chamber of Commerce, and there's so many different ways of networking and getting to meet others. Why are you so excited about podcasting? Because that's something I got involved in about 6 years ago.
Yeah, and when we got involved in it 6 years ago, podcasting meant a totally different thing,
Yeah.
right? At that time, podcasting was audio only. You ask most people that listen to a podcast today, what's the pod mean in podcast? They have no idea that it was from an iPod, right?
I didn't know that.
That's where it came from with an iPod broadcast. And it's this idea of you used to have to plug it in and download it. Today, podcasting is more on-demand media, right? So what is a podcast? Well, if somebody's listening to this, it's a podcast. If somebody's watching this, it's a podcast. If somebody catches a 60-second clip or 90-second clip, it's a podcast. Heck, even like Sirius Radio now runs podcasts. So is that radio? Is a podcast? I don't care what you call it. This idea that I just want people to hear me. I think it's one of these great conversational things. I'm a big fan of BNI and in-person networking, but the problem is that it doesn't always scale, especially if your business is beyond a certain geography, right? You've got to figure out a way to connect with your clients. So many times people now are talking quantity or quality, more or better. It's this idea of just post every 15 minutes on social media. Very efficient, not very effective. Or email 1 million people every morning. It's very efficient, but it's not effective to spam them. Like you said, you go to BNI, you get introduced by somebody. There's that transfer of authority. You get to talk with them, and you know that converts, right? It's the quality. But the problem becomes is how do you scale that? And I look at podcasts.
Conversations are king, but how do you actually reach thousands of people at once without losing that personal touch? We're diving into the scaling secrets of podcasting next.